Samsung doesn't provide much choice for its foldable phone. Over the years, this phone has only been available on two models, therefore Samsung produced the Galaxy Z Fold with a special edition. The device, which was newly released on Monday, October 21, is exclusively available in South Korea. Although Samsung wants to give more options for its customers, the tech company says it has no plans to produce foldable smartphones at reasonable rates. Instead of considering Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition as a premium product, it's a product that's released to expand your options, Samsung told the remainder of the journal. Until now, we haven't planned to release separate products at a lower price. Since it was first announced, the Galaxy Z Fold had a variety of costs. Sometimes the price goes up, sometimes also reduces. However, the price of the foldable device that Samsung has set for years is still in the pricey bracket. The Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition is offered at a high price, considerably more expensive than the 6 regular Fold. The Galaxy Z Fold is normally sold for 2,388,100 won, while the Fold 6 Special Edition is sold for 2,789,600 won. Although the gadget is increasingly sophisticated thanks to Galaxy AI, interest in this phone is not very great because of its expensive price. According to Samsung's sales figures, the bulk of Z Fold 6 consumers are foldable device users from the prior generation. Almost all foldable phones, including non-Samsung brands, have high pricing so that their growth and sales income are not as excellent as the standard model. If Samsung has no intention of offering the Galaxy Z Fold at accessible pricing, significant sales figures will be impossible to attain. If, like me, you were hoping we may see a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold FE, a cheaper alternative to Samsung's premium folding phones, then I have some terrible news. According to Samsung themselves, there's no plans to create a cheaper foldable for the time being. Samsung has now introduced a new foldable. Precisely, it's a new Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition with some special upgrades such as bigger displays, a 200 megapixels main wide camera, and a thinner and lighter frame than the original Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. These advancements come at expense, however, with the device costing $2,000. As for a cheaper alternative, Samsung appears to have no intentions to manufacture a cheaper foldable, with an official saying to Korean publication Sisa Journal. Translated for Korean, "As of now, we have no plans to release a separate product with a lower price." Admittedly, there's still a non-zero chance Samsung is working on some kind of Galaxy Z Fold FE to match other inexpensive fan edition Samsung handsets, given the statement is a touch non-committal. The sort of non-promise either way that Samsung might give if it has nothing to reveal at this time, and teasing a cheap phone immediately before launching a massively costly one definitely isn't a wise business move. Yes, the technology is fantastic. I had an absolute blast using the standard Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 when it arrived. But it's challenging to rationalize $1,899.99 for a smartphone when a $799 Galaxy S24 accomplishes a lot of the same stuff. It's especially a tough pill to swallow when you consider the non-dust-proof Galaxy Z Fold 6 design makes it less robust, meaning you may end up damaging your costly gadget with one trip to the beach. At say $1,200-ish, or approximately two-thirds the price a Galaxy Fold, would be a heck of a lot more enticing, even if that does mean Samsung has to make some sacrifices on the hardware side of things. We'll have to wait and see if Samsung reverses direction, but for now it appears like the best we can do is start hoping for some spectacular prices in this year's Black Friday sales if you want a cheap foldable. This is where we go into the top headlines that highlight the newest advancements and inventions contributing to the digital landscape. This week, Qualcomm debuted its powerful new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip for 2025 premium phones. Samsung launched the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition. Arm is terminating its agreements with Qualcomm. Books announces new e-readers, and Google Messages is combating message spam. The Snapdragon Summit kicked up on October 24. And the firm introduced its next flagship chip. Dubbed the Snapdragon 8 Elite, the CPU features Oryon cores identical to its PC cousin, which delivers enhanced power and efficiency, and most crucially, AI capability. The 3-nanometer technology promises 45% greater CPU performance and 40% better GPU performance compared to the already outstanding Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. NPU performance is also boosted by 45%, indicating the chip is far more capable of tackling AI tasks. Interestingly, the chip provides 44% improved efficiency, despite though it does not feature any efficiency cores, and Qualcomm revealed to Android Central that the Oryon cores make it such that they are not essential. The first phones containing the processor are launching this month, including the Oppo Find X8 series, OnePlus 13, and Xiaomi 15. Other spec increases include 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage, all things we wish we had on the basic Galaxy Z Fold 6. That said, according to the official specs on the product page, there isn't S Pen support. That could be a deal breaker for some, as the standard Galaxy Z Fold 6 supports the S Pen, but that would still be an extra fee for those who want one. And while the new phone sounds wonderful, the phone has released exclusively in Korea, and it doesn't appear like it's coming to other places. Fingers crossed that Samsung expands availability or at least delivers us a much improved Galaxy Z Fold 7 without the need for a special edition model. Qualcomm is riding high on the success of the Snapdragon X Elite for PCs and the freshly announced Snapdragon 8 Elite for phones, but ARM is spoiling the party. The business, whose cores are utilized by major chip makers such as Apple, Samsung, and MediaTek, has submitted a 60-day notice to end Qualcomm's architectural license. Why? Because of the company's continuous use of ARM technologies following its purchase of Nuvia back in 2021. ARM sued Qualcomm a year later, saying that the business was illegally utilizing its chip designs and architecture through the Nuvia acquisition. Through the case, it has requested for Qualcomm to destroy certain Nuvia designs, and is further seeking an injunction as well as reasonable compensation for the trademark infringement. As materials grow more economical over time, Samsung produces incremental advances while also possibly gaining more money. Additionally, Samsung maintains customer happiness and revenue growth by recruiting the niche market without boosting costs. For this reason, I don't believe Samsung has brought a genuinely groundbreaking update to the Galaxy Z Fold series. For starters, the market for foldable phones is niche, and the book-style folding is even more specialized. Many people believe the Galaxy Z Flip to be the hip phone because it is significantly lighter and takes up less space than the Fold. Additionally, it doesn't help that Samsung's sales stats appear to be at least 10% lower than those of the Fold 5 and Flip 5 from the prior year. Pre-orders for the 2024 lineup apparently revealed a 60-40 split, with the Flip 6 rising in popularity. However, we don't have the data. We just don't know what sales would be like if the Z Fold Special Edition was branded as the Fold 6. One may say that it's a bit of a chicken and egg dilemma. The profit margins and the fact that this generation is only available in China and Korea don't concern me. The fact that Samsung could have done so much more but decided not to is what disturbs me. It doesn't matter if that is the reality or not. Even if a $1,800 phone folds in half, its cameras shouldn't be any poorer than those of a $600 phone. That concludes our present understanding of Samsung's foldable cell phones. For additional updates on this amazing technology, keep watching our channel. Remember to hit the bell button, like and subscribe to our channel so that you may be informed when we add new videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.